See this pile of crap? I'm gonna try to grind all this up in about a tank and a half of gas, gallon and a half. That's about all. I'm gonna grind every bit on the pile. All this crap to come out of my yard. Some of it. I already ground up that much. That's what the pile is right there. Right there. I put that in my garden. Over there. And I'm going to grind that pile up right there behind it. And this all up with one tank of gas. And all that. And grind everything in one tank. Then I got to make new piles. You got to make a pile first. Make a pile and then you can go ahead and grind. Otherwise you got to make the pile and grind and you waste all your gas. Alright, this is my shredder, 10 horsepower, and it takes, you can run, 2 people can work it. That's how much power I got. Okay, first thing you gotta have glasses of some kind, you gotta have your glasses. You don't want to listen to that crap all the time, you can't know. Well, I got a radio. Alright. Took me a little bit more than a gallon. Took about a gallon and a half to get all that ground up. All them boxes that were full, that great big pile there. All the sticks that were here on the side, whole bunch of sticks. And I'll show you what my wood processing area looks like now. Here's the pile, pretty good size. I had to put a rock in front of it because it busted a hole through the bottom of my metal. And now it's all cleaned up and raked, and all the crap is ground up except for my firewood. And there's the old chipper. I used about a gallon and a half, but I got it all cleaned up, all except for the firewood pieces. I got a few things over there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this thing off. You gotta be careful when you're doing this because you gotta wear glasses. You should wear gloves. Keep from banging your hands up, tearing your hands up. And also the chute, it ain't long, it's too long, you can't get your arm down in there. It won't work. You won't get your arm. So you can shove things down, go so far, then let go. That's all the farther you can go. You got to stick something else in there to push it down the rest of the way. So that's the pile. I don't know if it's bigger. It has to be. It looks like it's about 6 inches taller. And everything's cleaned up. Now, I just make another pile of grind up out of that crap over there. All them little branches and stuff. And then I'll turn it on. You get the pile up there first. Then you get it going. And then you start feeding it in until you don't have to go pulling it out of the stack. If you get it all piled up, ready to go, in your boxes, fill your buckets full, get it all raked down, everything raked from over there up here on the pile, get it all right there, and then you don't have to stop and do that. You just keep feeding it and feeding it and feeding it. And before you know it, you're all done. It's about 5:30. And it took me about 1.5 gallons, and I started just about 3:15. So it'd be about 2 hours and 20 minutes to do that. Not bad. Okay. Thanks for watching. Don't burn nothing. Don't burn nothing in your yard. Chip it, mulch it. Burning destroys it. Okay?